Welcome back, everybody.
Hey yo, welcome back to our first official episode of Polaris X. I'm excited, guys.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome everybody.
All
And
right,
great news, we have a new member. Our single viewer from last time became our new member.
Hey guys, you all look so beautiful. See
introducing
everybody.
Mr. Zong Daddy himself.
Hello.
Zorgon Records owner, the best guitarist in Montreal, the most creative mind in all of fucking Quebec, Jonathan Mateo.
Nah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh
And
yeah,
you
give
know
it
it,
up.
John. Don't deny
Epic.
That's
All right,
all
so
right.
So just before we start, I just wanted to ask you guys, how was your guys' week? I'm always gonna ask that. Just fun fact.
all right.
All right. Well, my week was pretty boring. I was in my room all day because of school. But other
Hmm.
than that, I went to my jam room in Rosemont from like 3 to 6, and I kind of had fun. And then I'm going to another jam room on Sunday, and that's gonna be my week. But other than that, it's been doing nothing. So
Your jam room is where it's in like a warehouse, or is it like an old separate studio? Like where?
it's kind of like in a warehouse that got turned into a jam room. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's pretty gnarly.
yeah. And other than that, I'm writing songs whenever I can, and I'm having fun.
How easy for is it for you to pump out material, or is it like a does it take a good process?
It depends. If it's just me in my room, it's very fast. If I'm working, like if I have to like record a band or something, like if I have to record a bunch of things at once, and it's like then that could take like a few weeks because I could only go there once a week, let's say. So it takes a while for that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot to manage too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what about you, Diego? How was your week?
All right. I'm just fucking getting used to like the streaming setup. I have to unmute myself twice. I have to go once in the program that I'm using, and then once in Discord so that you guys can hear me.
Okay, that's why you were delayed. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so
how was
that's.
your week?
But other than that, my week's been pretty good. It's just lots of school stuff, lots of like I haven't really had time to play music and stuff. It's just preparing for the stream, and just school basically. So
Well,
that's
I
it.
remember you telling me that you haven't touched your drum set in like eons about now.
Yeah, the last time I touched my drum set was I don't know,
Near
probably
Christmas.
no, that's a bit exaggerated. Maybe
Oh,
like last month I would say. It's been a good month since I haven't played the drums, but it's been a while. Anyways, but today we got a nice show. Last week it was kind of all wonky and stuff because we were
what was our test run?
on the stereo app, so we were just going off each other. Today we got an actual structure. I
It's
know,
all
right?
live, baby.
I know, right? Actual planning. What the fuck? Anyways,
We're
so
going on to uncharted territory now, boys.
yeah,
Strap in and strap on.
strap in or strap on. Doesn't get any better than that. All right. So we're gonna talk about Traxide, and if you don't know what that
Legendary.
is, or
The most infamous venue of all Montreal, in my opinion.
and if you don't,
Legendary venue.
yeah,
Legendary.
if you don't know what that is, well, you're about to find out. But
And it's
before,
it's a bit of a rabbit hole.
yeah, but before I tell you that story, I have to tell you this story. You know where that's from?
No.
No,
That's from
what are you
Captain
quoting?
Underpants.
Oh my god. Yo, I used to read it. Yeah. I used to read that shit.
I used to have so many books, and one of my asshole friends fucking took it and never gave it back. And they're not
What?
they're not they're not cheap at the Scholastic Book Fair too. Like what the hell?
Wait, hang on. One of your friends stole your book?
I lent it to him. No, no, you actually it was this. he gave me back the book, but it came with a CD that played Captain Underpants music, and he never gave it back. And I was like, bro, that was part of it. Like, what was the point of that?
Oh, I had the same thing. It was like a box, right, with all the books inside, and then you open the lid, and then like a song played.
No, this one it was like a book. It was a book with like a plastic holding the CD at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
So somewhere in that kid's basement is a Captain Underpants CD.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
we have to.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Anyways, alright. But the story I wanted to tell was, I guess, how I got into drumming, because that's going to tie in directly to how I got into the first band that I got into, and the only band that I've been a part of with our guest and new member here. And it's going to tie in.
Certified member.
And now new certified member,
I
Mr.
paid
Zorgon.
$200 to be part of this show.
Yeah,
We-
John, if you want to stay permanently on the show, you have to shave your head and get a head tattoo.
All right.
He's down with it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
But yeah, but it's gonna tie directly into Traxide, and everything's gonna round out with a nice loop. So, what do you say? Let's get fucking started, huh?
Let's get started.
All right,
Episode 1. Let's do this.
Yeah.
all right. So, how the hell did I pick up the sticks?
With
Epic.
2 hands.
With 2 hands. Well, to keep it simple, I guess my mom asked me, oh, we were in the car one day, we were listening to AC/DC. She's like, what instrument you want to play? I'm like, no, guitar's too complicated. There's too many notes, and then I've thought about the bass. The bass is like kind of the same thing. Fretboard, want to stay away from that. And then I was like, piano, nah, still too many notes. What doesn't have notes? Oh, drums are pretty good. There's like 4 things you gotta hit. Yeah, I could do that. So I'm like, I want to play drums. And my mom's like, it's a bit expensive, huh? And luckily, she had a coworker at her work who used to play the drums, but he didn't use his set anymore. So my mom went to go ask him. She's like, yo, can my son use your set? And he's like, yeah, okay. So, nice 11-year-old boy gets the first drum set. Nice notification.
Oh yeah.
I heard a ringing somewhere.
Yeah, sorry. It's my fault.
God damn it, John, you're kicked out.
God damn it, John. What? That's strike 1. 2 more strikes and you're out.
So far, my favorite part is that, this is too complex. This is too complex. Let me pick the most barbaric way to play music.
Yeah.
Hitting sticks
Basically.
and smacking it.
Yeah, I was always like that though. I was always like, okay, what's the easiest way to do this? I've always and I don't know if that's just being lazy or efficient, but whatever it was, my brain was like, nah, I don't want to stress over music theory and all this shit. Just give me some sticks, let me go boom boom, and then I'll be good.
It's funny because now you own an acoustic guitar and like a bass too.
And an
And you
electric
own
guitar.
an electric guitar.
I know, right? It's like where the heck? How the hell did that happen?
You went from 0 complexity to maybe I'll learn a scale or 2.
Yeah, but that came over time. That was like, okay, once I mastered, or not mastered, once I got good, I guess, at the drums, I was like, okay, let's try to add some music now. Let's try to make some actual music instead of just going boom boom all the time. Because that's all my parents would hear, right? In the basement every time I practice, all they hear is just all the drum sounds, and they don't hear anything nice. So
whenever we jam in your basement, I'm 100% of the time I'm just thinking, oh, his poor parents, man. Ear raping them with noise.
Yeah, but John, it wasn't like that for you, right? When you were like playing guitar, right? When you're
No, I
learning.
mean it's not as loud. My first amp actually, I paid it $15. My first amplifier, it was like a piece of shit. Not really. Not until I got like my first real like amp, I guess, maybe 2 years ago. I got a head and a 412 cabinet. I got two of them, and then I sold one. But going back to what you were saying, it wasn't like an issue. No, no,
Yeah, yeah,
because it's not that loud. Because you could choose how loud it is, right?
yeah. And you can
I
also
mean, it's
plug
not
in
like
with your headphones too, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can like keep the volume down, and then every time you want to impress your parents, you just fucking turn that shit up, and you just start shredding.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they come
Yeah.
into your room. It's like 1 a.m. and they go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And you're just playing 12 minutes to midnight.
Last night I was on my guitar with my iRig on my laptop, and I was just going at it until like 1 in the morning. I think, like, fucking insane. Like sometimes it fucking happens, like.
Yeah, fucking classic. Anyways, but you were self-taught, right? You didn't like take lessons or anything, right?
No, except after high school, I took one course. Actually, I took one in my first semester, and then I took another class in my third semester at Dawson. But it was like a 101. Like it was for people that don't know what a guitar is. So
Oh, shoot,
I wouldn't
there
really
was a
count
guitar
that.
course
I
at the
wouldn't.
Dawson, yeah.
Yeah.
What was
So
the
like,
teacher's name again?
oh,
He would always blow his
Franco.
nose twice. Frank,
Yeah.
Frank, yes.
No, he was a great teacher though. Like I miss that guy.
Dude, he was like the Bob Ross of Dawson.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So calm. I've never seen him mad. Him mad must be like the biggest like. All right, guys, I can't do this anymore.
He got mad at me once.
What?
For what?
I don't remember. I think because like I would just like I didn't. I guess I did well, but like when I because look, if I'm not sure how to put this, I don't know what I did exactly, but I must have pissed him off. Like I must have said something like out loud or something. I don't remember, but I remember it was like I was about to walk in, and then he pulls me aside and he says, "I have," and then it's like he sat me down and he just said like, "Look, I know what you're doing, but not right now. You have to stop doing this. Not in my class." And I was just like very confused to what he meant, and I kept asking him like, "What is it?" And it's like he didn't tell me, and I still don't know what it was. But
Frank said that, dude. It's hard to believe, man. That guy is so
yeah, no,
calm. I
no,
can't imagine him saying something like that.
yeah. Well, it's because like he would make us watch films, and then he'd like leave the class. So like,
Obviously, you would just talk and
yeah,
with your
yeah.
friends.
So like, I think that's what it was. I think I'm pretty sure it was about that or something. I don't know, but yeah.
But he was self-taught. I know, Diego, you had to go for lessons. Like obviously when you first started, like anyone else. Like
Yeah, yeah, I wasn't as musically gifted to self-teach myself at the beginning. So my parents were like, "No, no, you're gonna go to music school and get some lessons." Anyways, I had this one teacher. Well, the teacher that I had, his name was Brandon. That's all I remember, and I don't remember his last name, but I know he was the best teacher I've ever had. And the reason for that is because, man, like every time I wanted to learn how to do something, he's like, "Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it." So don't judge me, okay? But when I was like 12, 11, my parents were like super into Nickelback, and that's when like the Dark Horse album came out.
oh no, out of
So
all bands.
so and of course being a child, you're influenced by what your parents listen to most of the time. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to play some Nickelback songs. And then there was this one, yeah, so there was this one beat.
Out of all the fucking things in the world.
Yeah,
Like out of the millions of fucking bands. No.
yeah, it's because it's what my parents listen to, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to play this. And there was a song called "When We Stand Together," and I was like super into that. And this is like before I got into metal, right? So this was Nickelback was the kind of the transition band from me going into like pop, because I was a super pop kid. I was always listening to Justin Timberlake, fucking Michael Jackson, and like all these
Oh,
pop
Michael Jackson
bands.
forever.
Yeah, and Nickelback was kind of that transition bad because they were a bit more rock than pop. And then it went to AC/DC, and then it just fucking exploded into Metallica and like more harder shit, right? So I wanted to learn this one beat from it's called "When We Stand Together," and it's the first beat that everybody learns. That's like kind of a bit advanced. It's the fuck like I would play it, but like I'm not in my right drum set. It's fucking 9:30, so
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Anyways, so there's this one beat that I was trying to learn, and then I was like, I brought it to Brandon, my music teacher, and he was like, okay, yeah, I could teach you this. So what he's doing, it's ghost notes, okay? So you gotta do this. And I was like, what the fuck's a ghost note?
what is a ghost note for people that don't know, which AK means me?
AKA, okay, you. I'm gonna tell you, just you, what a ghost note means. Not everybody else. Don't listen. Put your
Yeah,
mute.
John mute.
John, go on mute.
I actually don't know exactly what a ghost note is, but I
Actually,
hear it a
okay, well
lot.
I'll tell you. A ghost note, it's
All these ghosts, all these ghosts, and I still can't find a boo.
when you play the snare drum, but like you play it quietly. So you know when you hit the stick and there's like the buzz notes that like not the buzz notes, the it bounces, right? When you hit the drum.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's like the extra notes that you don't hear as loud.
exactly, yeah. So you hit the snare drum once and then it bounces, and if you keep letting it bounce, well those are ghost notes and you can control that when you're playing the
Yeah.
drums. So
So this Nickelback song, like that, it was pretty advanced for just a beginner, and he introduced you to Ghost Notes, which is like
yeah,
kind of
it was
mind
like
blowing for someone that just started.
exactly, right? So it was like my third or fourth lesson, and we already went through single strokes, double strokes, and all this stuff. And now he's like, okay, what do you want to learn? I was like, okay, I want to learn this. He's like, okay, this is the goal. This is where we have to get to. To practice this, you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and then you can be able to play that. I was like, okay. And then that's how he taught me. So I brought him something that I wanted to learn, and then he's like, okay, these are the steps to get there, and it was super well done the way he did it, and I fucking loved every second of it. Unfortunately, it only lasted a year, and
Why?
because he had to go to he was studying music,
Okay.
and he had to go to British Columbia or something
Okay.
to
Like
Yeah.
continue
he was gonna
studying.
become like a music teacher,
Yeah, I think he was gonna be like
like a
a jazz,
professional.
a professional jazz thing or whatever. Because when he was teaching me, he was like our age now. He's like 20, 21, 22, right? And I'm like fucking 11, 12, and he's teaching like
Yeah.
these little kids, right? So
Yeah.
he went to British Columbia, and then after that, the following year, I got this other teacher that wasn't Brandon, and it was the complete opposite, right? So it was the complete opposite. We're not gonna mention his name. We're just gonna call him Mr. V. Okay, so
Yeah.
this man, the most verbally abusive uh,
Bruh.
teacher I've ever had. Like, I would
Oh
go
my
in,
god.
I would do the same approach, like, oh, can you teach me this? He's like, no, you're gonna buy my book, and we're gonna go page by page.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
His
then,
book.
yeah, you're gonna buy my book. So, like, okay, I guess I'll buy your book. Go with this.
New York Times bestseller.
He's
Yeah,
old school then.
yeah, he was a bit of an old school teacher, and I remember he would be like, "Yo, it takes me an hour every day to get here. I bust my ass to get here," and he was like fucking like rude as shit. And he,
So
and
then
he,
here's what you say. Say, then don't teach drums, bitch.
yeah,
Don't
don't come
teach.
all this way. Like, don't do it then. Fuck. Anyways, and he'd have like his own CDs and his own like instrumental tracks that like you'd play to. So like he was like super advanced, but he was super egotistical as well. I
Very
remember,
pretentious sounding.
I remember he had his laptop in the room, and on the screen when you don't use your laptop for a while, the screen, yeah, the screen, the screen just goes black.
Queen.
The screen just goes black, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
him, he had his name floating around.
No way.
Man, fuck this
Yeah, his name floating around the screen every time like he was away from it.
This guy sounds like he has portraits of himself, of only him hung up in his own house or apartment block.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like you could tell like the type of person he is just from that. You know,
He's the
like
type of guy to moan his own name when he comes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. So
I'm so good at drums. I'm so good.
yeah.
I'm drumming,
Okay.
I'm drumming, I'm drumming.
I want to be just like you, Buddy Rich. Oh.
Not quite my tempo.
Oh my
How-
god.
to get to where you were, how long would you say
Oh.
it took you for the drumming?
Okay, hang on. I'm not done.
Okay.
So, so this fucking teacher, it got to a point where, uh, it was really bad. Like he was yelling at me all the time, and I was like trying to do my best, and it wasn't good enough for him, right? He's like, and then he asked me one question. He's like, "Oh, what music do you want to play?" I was like, "I want to play rock, metal." He's like, "You're not gonna go anywhere with that. You have to play pop or whatever." And this was around the time Party Rock Anthem came out, and he's like, "You know the
Party rock.
yeah,
What's party rock anthem?
you know from
Yo, when you were in Sec 1, that was the anthem.
yeah,
Is it the party rockers in the house tonight?
yes,
Yeah.
that one with the
Bro, in
LMFAO,
grade-
yeah."
In grade school, we had to sing like an inspirational song in front of a high school, and then the next song we had to play in front of that high school was fucking party rockers.
Ew.
Out of all the fucking, it was the cringiest. We had to sing the words I'm going through hoes like Drano.
Oh no.
At the age of fucking 11, you know how terrible that is.
That sounds fucking horrible. I freaking
Bro,
Like,
it's one of the few things that keep me up at night because that's just
oh my
cringe.
god. Anyways, so he was like, "Okay, so you know LMFAO? Yeah, the drummer. Yeah, I taught him." And he's like,
Have
I,
a drummer.
"Yeah, apparently." I was like, "What the fuck? LMFAO is a drummer?" I thought it was a drum machine, you know?
Same.
And it's
What
like,
the
"No,
fuck?
no." He's like, "Yeah, I taught him, and you're gonna be like him too." I'm like, "No, fuck you. I want to play fucking AC/DC shit and Nickelback, so leave me the fuck alone."
The way you said that.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't actually say that, but I thought it. Eventually,
Yeah.
my I got really bad that I had to tell my mom about it, and my mom was like, "Okay, I'm gonna come in with you while during the lesson. I'm just gonna sit in just to see what the heck this is like because what the hell like what the heck's going on?" So so she comes in the next week to listen in on what the heck is going on, and Mr. V, he doesn't care, right? So obviously my mom's there, and he cared a bit for the first 10 minutes, but then afterwards my mom was quiet enough that he forgot that she was there.
And
And
he just lashed out on you.
yeah, and then I was doing I think double strokes, practicing double strokes, like right left left right left left, and I couldn't get it right. So and he had a short fuse, right? So he lost his patience like really quick, and he was like, "No, it's like this." Anyways, and he's like, and I remember he kept swearing too. He's like, "No, you're fucking stupid." Like he didn't say you're fucking stupid, but he's like, "Don't be stupid. Come on, you can do it like this. Come on, it's just right, left, left. You can do it, man." I'm like, "Bro, I don't fucking know." Eventually, I kind of got it towards the end, but then afterwards, when me and my mom we walked out, she just looked at me and she's like, "Yeah, we're pulling you out of those lessons, or you're not dealing with that kind of shit, the verbal
Yeah.
abuse." It wasn't the whiplash levels, of abuse, like from the movie
Yeah,
Whiplash.
yeah.
It wasn't that bad, but it was just it was like half of that, I would say, the intensity.
See, I don't get that. Whether it's teachers in schools or it's for tutoring, or let's say, like now we're talking about a music teacher. You willingly gave the time
And money.
to yeah, you gave your time, money, and effort to teach people. Not everyone's gonna get it in the first shot. No one's like a virtuoso. So you have to go in knowing that not everyone's gonna be perfect. And even if, since they're not perfect, you're there to teach them. So don't get mad when they're not perfect. You're gonna help them get to there. Like there's all these school teachers that like, this is the perfect example. School teachers that are just, oh, they're super strict. They yell at the kids constantly, and it's like, bro, if you don't like it, just leave this profession. I mean, you have to have some knowledge, knowing that going into this field, you're gonna deal with this. You're kind of like the a student's building blocks to get to that step. So you can't get extremely mad. I mean, it's one thing if they're just not listening, or, but I mean, you're just learning. You're not gonna get everything the first shot. It's it's normal. So I don't like it when teachers are verbally abusive. I had one teacher I was like that, and I ended up switching schools out because of that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That was my little rant.
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy. My goodness. I can't believe that like you switched schools because of a teacher that was like so bad.
she she told me, because she's like, "Where's your agenda?" And she had it out for me, man. This girl, this lady.
Oh my god.
She's like, "Well, where's your agenda?" I'm like, I can't find it. I lost it." She's like, "Yeah, how would you feel if I lost your report card?" And I came back home. I was screaming, "I don't want to be at that school anymore. I want to switch." And I was in grade 5, and I went to a new school, grades for 1 year.
That
But
teacher.
they actually cared about me at
Wow.
that school.
What a bitch of a teacher, man. Who says
She
that?
was,
To
her name
like,
was Miss Black, and to be honest, she looked like, this is, I'm not saying this sounds stupid, but it does sound stupid. She legit looked like, she looked like a human version of porridge. Like,
A human version of porridge.
I fucking hated her, man.
Oh my god, dude. Where's your report card? Like, how can you be that rude to, like, how old are you in grade 5? Like, 10? 11? Not even?
I
Like,
was 9 or 10. I think
9
I
or.
was 9.
Yeah. Like,
Jesus.
you're a freaking, like, 30, 25-year-old woman, and you're, like, lashing out at, like, an 11-year-old.
Here's the
Like,
thing, though. She wasn't 30. She was like 50s, near going
oh
to
my
60. And
god.
it's like, bro, retire already.
Honestly.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, at
So
that point,
how,
you're just kind of, like, fucking losing it, man.
how long would you say it took you guys, like, the instruments that you guys hone your abilities the most? How long
Yeah.
would you guys say that it took you to get to that level?
You can go first.
I don't know. I'd say like I don't know. Like I'm still going still. Like I don't think I've reached like an apex or something. Like my full potential. I don't think I've reached it.
Maybe not, but I mean, you are like really freaking good, though.
Oh, I mean I don't think so. But thanks. I don't think so at all.
Oof, self burn.
I mean, I would say the same. It's kind of the same for me. Like I'm okay, but like I'm no Drumeo teacher, you know.
Yo, man, those Drumeo teachers though, those Drumeo videos are so amazing.
They're freaking insane, man. Like, especially there's that one video where the German guy, and he's like going super fast. He's like, "Don't forget about the feet," and then you just see him like go crazy with the feet. And I'm like, bro, how
What
the hell do you
videos
do
are
that?
What videos are these?
Drumeo. It's if you go on Instagram, you just search up Drumeo.
Oh,
Drum.
dude,
The
I'm gonna check that out after.
yeah.
There's
And
there's this one video where this guy hears a song once for the first time. He just listens to it once, and then
Yeah,
um
yeah,
he just nails the song like first shot.
yeah.
Dude,
I think
that's go.
no, I think that was the Enter Sandman one, right? There was
No, it wasn't a Metallica song. It was I mean, I'm not sure what the song was, but
yeah, but
it
yeah,
was
it's just fucking crazy. What were you gonna say,
Bro,
Jesse?
that's a different type of talent. Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
that someone like that's gonna grow up to be like a virtuoso.
Yeah,
And
hands
then
down.
there's me who like I can't even read a book if it doesn't have pictures in it. And like that's the
Same.
difference between us.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to learn music by like reading and stuff. There's like a shit ton of YouTube videos and videos like Drumeo, Guitario. I'm surprised there isn't a Bassio, or maybe there is and I just don't know about it. But
And Oreo.
Oreo.
That's
Okay.
my favorite. I can go through a box of Oreos in like less than a night. It's I have no control anymore. Thank God my
Control yourself.
metabolism hasn't fucked me up yet.
Control yourself. Anyways, but yeah, that was a nice tangent. But
Edit
but
that out.
no, no, I'm keeping that in. Okay, I think we're pretty good on time. We're like 35 minutes in. We're pretty good.
Nice.
So the next subject, right? So to lead into the next subject, right? So
I
now,
actually I have a question for John real quick, and that's
yeah,
gonna probably tie into like how you linked up. John, how did you guys start Scream for Morphine?
Started in CJEP. Shay, Tristan, and Marco. First it was in 2017 or 2018 or something. It was like like the beginning of our second year, I think. But it
the
really
Dawson, yeah.
began like a year before that. But the drummer and bass player, they started playing their instruments at that time or around there. So like I was kind of with them, and we kind of like we didn't really do much for the first year, I guess. So like I won't really count that. But like we had fun, right? And like we hung out a lot because we're at school, and then on the weekends we would go jam and stuff. So it started like that. But when the group first started, no singer, and I was with another band at the time. That was like my first kind of a real band where we played shows and shit. But that ended, and then the bass player and the drummer they kind of we just decided to kind of do a band, I guess, but we had no singer. So then we
So
found Marco, and then we just decided to fucking go at it. But
how did you guys meet Marco?
okay, yeah, it's a fucking crazy story.
All
Well,
right, I'm
all right,
interested.
let's
I
listen.
mean,
As soon as you say crazy, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested
okay.
too. All right, let's listen.
So in Sec 4, I was 15 or 16 years old, right? I put in an ad to jam with people my age because I didn't know a person in my town or anybody I knew that wanted to write songs or wanted to learn songs from other bands. Like there was nobody, and I just had like that itch, I guess, at that age or whatever. So I put an ad. I swear to God, I just put an ad, and it wasn't Marco, but it was somebody he knew that responded to me. So then I went over to this guy's house, and he was with Marco, and we're like 15 years old or 16. He's playing bass, and we jammed a few times, and I was like, nah, I don't really play with them. It's too far. And that's basically it. I think it was in Sec 4 or it was the summer of Sec 4 going into Sec 5. I don't quite remember. But then when Sec 5 started, I remember I found another band that were with people my age. So I kind of did a dick move, and I pretty much went to Marco and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave you, and I'm gonna play with these guys instead."
Oh no.
So basically, we didn't speak for like a year and a half or something.
Wow, holy shit.
Oh wow.
And so we're rehearsed. So it's like an SFM thing with no singer, right?
Mhm.
And one of the guys says, a house party, and I met this guy, and he says he sings, and he heard our recordings that I guess the guy had on his phone, right? So he showed it to him, and he said he wants to hang out with us next time we jam. And I said, sure, right? And guess who walks in the door? It was fucking Marco.
The guy that you ditched.
Yeah.
That must have been so awkward
Small
for you.
world.
It wasn't awkward, no.
No? Wow.
No.
Cool.
My first introduction. Okay. My first introduction to you guys. It was when it was actually that was one of my favorite days ever. I missed that day.
That was a good.
We went to Tristan's house. Tristan, for those of you who don't know the Scream for Morphine lore, he was the drummer.
Yeah.
We went to his house. I don't remember where it was exactly. I don't remember the address, but he had a nice, beautiful house.
Yeah.
And that was the day we were gonna see Soulfly performing the Nail Bomb album. Point blank, yeah.
Oh yeah! Holy shit!
At
forgot.
Fufune Click, and then there was Cannabis Corpse, Lodi Kong,
Yes.
and Noisem opening.
With Owen, our friend Owen was there too.
Was Owen the one that's a communist?
Yeah, but like he jokes about it.
Oh, okay, I thought he was fucking serious. I was scared.
No,
What?
I mean I don't think so.
He's a
I mean I don't know
What the fuck?
for sure.
But I remember before the concert. I mean, there was hours and hours beforehand.
Yeah.
We went on the rooftop. You guys did some bong rips. You guys went downstairs, and you guys were jamming. And for like over an hour, and I was just mesmerized because it just sounded so cohesive, and it just sounded so heavy at the same time.
Did we have a singer?
No, this is when you guys did not have a singer.
Okay.
And I remember that day too. We performed. You had me go on the microphone, and you had me perform Napalm Death. You suffer like 16 times.
yeah.
I was losing my voice way before the concert.
Oh my god.
What, you
And then-
performed on stage? I didn't know about this.
No, it was at Tristan's like gorgeous house up on the hill.
Oh, okay.
That was his old house, I'm pretty sure, because he moved now. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that day. That was the first time I ever heard "Scream for Morphine," and it was a rehearsal. And I feel like that was like Montreal history in the making.
Yeah. Okay. What the?
Relax.
Hey, don't get yourself. It was amazing. No, it was like legit fine. Then if it's on Montreal history, then it's definitely one of my favorite days ever in my past.
Yeah.
That's great.
Dude, and just to see Soulfly performing Nail Bomb, we saw Max Cavalera live. That's a big brag.
Bro, he walked on stage. He looked like he fell into a pot of shit, and then he just like he just so disgusting.
Bro,
Like
he always looks like one of those crust punks with the dreads, and they're just trying to bum $20 off you.
yeah.
But that was my first introduction. Diego? How did you finally link up with Scream for Morphine?
Yeah, I mean, so I was still like learning how to play, right? And after a while of just doing things on my own, I was like, okay, I think I should try to find like a band, like, cause before that it was just random people. So then at this time, I think either John, you messaged me or I messaged you. I forget how that worked. Do you remember or no?
I'm pretty sure what it was is on the Instagram page. Shay made a post saying like if you know somebody or you want to play drums and you're interested. So I think it was through there because I didn't run the page there. So
Okay, so
But,
yeah, I think it was that. Now you're jogging my memory now. Yeah, I think there was an ad for that, and then I sent Shay a message and was like, "Yo, I'm interested. What's up?" And then I saw you were in the band. I was like, "Okay, that should be good." Reconnect with John because I haven't spoken to him since like high school. And then
yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, we used to play ice hockey together. It's gonna be fucking sick."
Yeah.
And then Just did you know that me and John used to play ice hockey together? We're on the same team.
Like
When we
on
were
the
like
rink?
10
Yeah,
years
yeah,
old.
yeah. Like on the rink. Yeah, Jonathan's dad was the coach, I think.
Oh no way! I
He
never knew
wasn't the
that.
head coach, but like, yeah. Like,
You still play hockey, you guys?
No,
no,
no.
no. I
Oh.
stopped in the 6th grade.
Yeah, I kept going until like Sec 3, but after that, when they started introducing the body checking and stuff, I stopped.
The last sport I ever played was I was still in elementary school. And my parents made me play soccer, like, against teams, and I would never. My dad would be like, "Come on, go, kick the ball," but I'd
Yo,
always be on the
fucking hate
corner blowing dandelions.
that. I want to be one with the earth and with my soul and with everyone.
And then there was Taekwondo where whenever we do laps around, I'd gallop like a fucking gazelle, and people would be like, ask my mom, "Hey, which one's your son?" And
Oh
she's like,
no.
no, it's that one."
Like a gazelle.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucking funny.
You run so
So,
beautiful, like a gazelle.
oh, dude, I was galloping, dude. It's pathetic.
Oh my god. That's
when
fucking
when
funny.
you when you when you first like finally met the whole band and you guys or finally practiced, what was like the friendly dynamic that was going on? Were you like nervous at all, or
Yeah,
was it
so
all
I
chill?
remember I remember meeting up. They're like,
Oh.
okay, meet up at this place. It was like next to an IGA or something. It was like
Yeah, it was a rehearsal room,
yeah, on the blue line
at Park
somewhere.
X.
Yeah, Park X. Yeah, that's where it was. And I remember going and whatever, walking up and go, oh hey, how's it going? You know, it's the first time we meet, and then we all had to like chip in for the jam room. And then
Yeah.
yeah, because it was I don't know. I remember it being pretty expensive, but I remember we went in, and then because when they sent me the tracks to practice, hang on, even I have to go even further back. So I remember uh seeing the message, right? Not the message, the post for the audition, right? For the drumming audition. I remember applying, and then like I think 3 or 4 days later, Mercury Messiah did a calling for a drummer as well. And I remember I was like, oh fuck. Not that I didn't want to be in a band with John, but I feel like the Mercury Messiah gig would have been like really really cool because like
Yeah,
that's more appealing to a wider audience. I mean,
yeah,
you remember going to their show. Like everybody went to that show simply because of them. And the reason why I say this is because I remember the first time I heard Scream for Morphine, I didn't like the music, man. Like I was not a fan.
F in the chat, F in the chat.
I was not a fan. I was like, no, this is too
yeah.
heavy for me. I remember I went to that show where that you were at to
We had no
see.
singer on that one.
Yeah, that you were at. The Marco wasn't in the band yet. It was just you, Tristan, and Shay.
No, no, no.
No.
He left. Like
Oh, he
we
had
kicked him
left.
out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so it was just you three. And I remember I had gone to that show to see Mercury Messiah, and then I looked at the bill. Oh, John's gonna be there too. Cool. I get to see him.
That show was funny. That show was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah. That was a really fun show because a lot of people showed up. I remember too. And
Where was this held?
The
this.
Motor League.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where it was. The Motor
What,
League.
what what's the closest metro to there? About
Uh, somewhere on the Green Line.
on the
You had to
green
walk
line?
like 10
The
minutes.
venue was not. I forget the name of the venue, but it was the closest metro was like on Rosemont or Laurier, and you could walk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had
And
to
it was
walk.
called what? The Motor what?
The Motor League.
No, no,
Motor.
no, no.
No?
That's the name of the band that headlined
Oh
that
shit.
show.
Okay,
That
okay. I thought that was the part.
no, no, no.
Was it the same bar that we
Mademoiselle.
saw?
Mademoiselle.
Yes, Mademoiselle. That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
Was that the same place that we saw Mercury Messiah, General Discord, and Mars on Water?
I
Diego?
think so. Yeah, Yeah, that's the same
Okay,
place. Yeah, it's the same place.
it's where there's like a pizza place just across.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah. So I remember going to that show and be like, "Yo, this music's." Cause you guys went on after Mercury Messiah, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember, no, I'm not gonna mention that, but I'll tell you guys after. But uh, hang on, that's in my mind now. I can't fucking.
What? No, no, no. Say it, man. I mean, like we were like a fucked up band. I
Yeah,
mean,
I remember the person I was with, he looked at you and he was like, "Yo, John looks like he's high right now." And
who? Me?
yeah, yeah, he's like, "John looks like he just took a bunch of weed." And then
No,
Some weed.
yeah, like, "Yo, he's a major
no. I
druggie and
wasn't.
everything." I was like, "Okay,
Who the
whatever.
fuck said that?
I'll tell you
Oh,
after."
that's it.
I'll tell you after. But yeah, so the person I was with said that, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know, 'cause I'm fucking influenced as shit, and I got the
Oh, I know
few
who it is.
drinks
Though.
down me."
I
And
know.
then I was like, "Okay, I guess we're leaving." And then like halfway through, 'cause it was just a wall of noise you guys were doing, right? John and Mercury Messiah, right?
No,
He had a voice. I could like, okay, I knew the songs and everything, so that's why it was good. And then when you guys came on, it was just a bunch of riffs. I was like, okay, this is cool, but like, I'm not gonna remember any of it by the time I walk out.
yeah.
And
The
then
the contrast of genres is like is polarizing.
yeah, it was crazy. And then yeah, so then we left like halfway through. I didn't even finish finish watching you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like kind of weird, or kind of I guess kind of rude. So sorry,
No,
I guess in the past.
it's understandable. Like I don't expect like even when I was in the band, it was like our mission was like just make it like really fucked up.
Yeah.
It was like our mission to do that. Like so,
Oh, you
so like
guys
it's fine.
succeeded.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the first time I heard them. And then I think a few months later, the position opened up to be the drummer for both of those bands. Scream for Morphine was first, so I was like, okay, I wanna let's go in that band, because they need some that would be kind of cool to be in the band with John. I know John, okay, it'll be cool. And then Mercury Messiah opened, then I was like, fuck, I fucking like their songs. That would have been cool. I already know how to play all their songs. That would have been fucking cool to, cause I instead of like you understand where I was coming from, right? Cause like
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of having to learn
Well,
everything,
I was even skeptical at first, not because you didn't know what you were doing, but I was like, I don't know if he likes this stuff. Like I said that.
yeah. And the truth was like I didn't, but I was like, okay, I'll probably get used to it. The more I hear it,
Because it's like my thoughts were like he's gonna join us and then he's gonna like hate like just like hate what we're doing, you know. I was like I don't want to fucking feel to right. But
no.
yeah,
So
He's gonna be like a school teacher. He's in it and he's like, fuck this.
yeah,
Bring it back to a first rant.
yeah. Yeah, but that's not what happened, right? The what happened was like I was like, okay, the more you listen to something, the more you like it. So that's what I did. I would just fucking listen to the tracks you guys sent me over and over and over and over again. I had it on the whole day. I was just on repeat the whole and I was trying to learn the beats, right? Because that's how I learned everything.
yeah.
And then by the time, because it was all instrumental tracks, right? So by the time I went to the audition and we were like practicing everything, we were like,
We
okay, yeah,
we had a singer at that point too.
yeah.
Like
So Marco was in the band at that point, and I remember practicing everything. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna start the song. One, two, three, four. Start playing. And then Marco was like, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I had to stop. I had to stop playing because I wasn't expecting it. Because
yeah,
that's not what I listened to, right? And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, okay, I'm not like used to that, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking go with it and try to ignore it. And I had to stop playing because it caught me off guard. So it was pretty funny.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I got over it. And then yeah, and then there was that one part. I remember that you guys all looked at me and you all smiled, and I was like, all right, I got them. We're good. And it was the transition in between High Horse Bitch and Neutrality.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Diego telling me this. It's pretty cool.
And I remember listening to them. I was like, okay, there's that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they go into dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, and then you go back in, right? So by the time we're playing it live or we're rehearsing it, the first time we ever played the song, I was like nailed it the first shot all the way through, and I was like, all right, now it's time to go into the next song, and then everybody just looked at me like, oh shit, he knows, he fucking practiced. I was like, fuck yeah, I fucking practiced.
Yeah.
And then I think at that point everybody was like a bit more cool, like okay, like you're serious about this, and like I feel like everything kind of changed, and everything was like, all right, you're in the band, like sick.
Yeah.
And then they showed me a new riff that went on to become a Tar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tar.
And that's it. But with that, it's time to transition into the next song. Unless Justin has a question.
Well, no, it's just, well, I mean, technically it's a question.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good time. Do you guys think we should show our viewers what the High Horse Bitch and Neutrality, what it sounds like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Justin.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it's time to transition into the song, so I'm just gonna play it.
Oh, I thought it transitioned to Traxide stuff. Okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Okay. Unless you have anything to add, John. I mean, that's like pretty much what happened from what I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't have much to add. I just yeah.
Suzuki is okay. Here it is. This is Converge. Where the fuck is it? This is, there we go.
Bottom.
At the bottom. All right,
Yeah,
hang
hit
on.
that Polaris.
Are you ready? It's time for the transition sound. Hang on, I have to get ready to mute myself. Okay, here we go.
Polaris! Polaris!
Oh yeah, back in action.
Hello.
Let's fucking get it.
So that was High Horse Bitch / Neutrality.
2 songs in one.
Two
Two songs in
songs
one.
in one.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's it. That's it. That was performed at a place called Traxide.
John, do you want to know something funny about before we started the podcast? We were discussing which version we'd play because on your guys' YouTube channel, the Scream For Morphine YouTube channel,
Yeah, there's two places
there's
we played it at.
there's like 2 places you played it at, and so we accidentally clicked. We added to the playlist 2 separate versions, and Diego said, "We're gonna pick the version that I played," and I was like, "Oh, why is the one that I picked is the audio not good?" He's like, "No, the audio is better, but my playing wasn't as good as that one."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're so fucking petty."
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, and then Justin and I were like, I'm like, okay, I'll do you one better. I'm gonna do a coin flip. Pick heads or tails. And he's like, okay, tails. I'm like, okay, if it's tails, I'll put on the one that I play shittier on, and if it's heads, I'll do the trackside version. And then we did the coin flip, and then I won. And then I was like, fate's on my side today. And then,
all because he didn't like how he played that one time, even though the audio was better.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so now we're finally gonna get onto the main topic of the podcast, which is trackside of the place that the song was performed in that we just played.
Yeah.
It's a shithole.
Yeah, to say the least. I guess I'll describe it.
Legendary venue. I mean, it's like the fucking venue for, like, if you're in a punk band or something, like, you better fucking play there at one point.
It's the underground of the underground. Okay.
Nice description. I'm like, okay, you're gonna say a bit more?
No,
I thought someone was gonna add to that. Okay.
I remember the first time I did a show there was like an open mic with SFM, and I'm pretty sure we couldn't find
the place,
like where the venue was.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even know where it was at, and but yeah.
There's well, I get. Well, I don't know. Do you want me to say like the first time I've ever went to the trackside? Because at the same time, like I'll transition to like what it looks like.
Yeah.
So first time it was sometime during the winter. I was still at Dawson College, and you guys said take the bus to, I think it was Tristan's house.
Oh yeah, and then we walked there.
Yeah, and then I walked there, and I had no clue where the hell Tristan's house was. I actually went to one of the random houses. I'm like, hi, do you know this address?
Oh my god.
I know, and I was lost, and it took me like a good 30 minutes. So, we finally arrived, and I met some of your friends. I met up with John, with Shay, Tristan, Marco, and a few people that I didn't know, but we started talking about bands. I know the band. Who?
No, go, sorry.
Oh, I heard dildos.
What? No.
That's what I have horrible hearing.
No, it's because you said like you met us and then like a bunch of like never mind. Go, it's fine. It's fine.
I remember we were talking about music, we were talking about like Fit for an Autopsy and other bands. And then so it was time to go. And it was pretty dark. And so I helped you guys carry some gear. And and as we were there, I was talking your ear off about this one Pig Destroyer album called Prowler.
I remember that we were walking and just discussing that. I forget the Prowler in the Yard.
Yeah, it's Prowler in the Yard, and I felt so bad looking back on it because I kept repeating the same one thing 6,000 times, and I kept talking about the storyline of the album.
Well, yeah, it's because I asked you about it. I'm pretty sure.
But just I felt bad. I was like, I'm tucking his ear off. He's not interested anymore.
No, no.
So we finally get to Trackside, and nothing could prepare me for what this place looked like. For those of you who don't know, Trackside, from from what I remember being told, it was an abandoned warehouse that a bunch of punks took over, and they actually lived there. And it's pretty dilapidated, not the best condition. But these people, I don't believe I correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't like pay rent there or anything.
Oh, I don't really know actually. I don't know like what goes on there. I don't know.
Because I remember someone telling me that, and they also told me that they've been trying to shut down Traxid for like a good while, but just nothing came of that. So just these
Oh
punks
shit.
live there.
Oh
Was it
shit.
you that told me that?
I don't think so. No. I mean,
No.
I don't remember. Like when like it was like when it was your first time going there, it was probably like my third time going there, or like I had no idea.
Okay. Well, this place, perfect place to film a horror movie. It's for a
Oh,
setting.
oh
The thing that I noticed the most was when we walked in. There's a huge wall. Someone graffitied these really creepy eyes. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Those huge peering eyes.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, that's the first thing that struck out to me, and it was dark. And to get to the venue you guys were playing at, we had to go through this little alley. It was, and I felt like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre was just gonna come out. I hated that. We get into the venue, and it's really small, crammed. There was even an upstairs part just so you can view. A lot of people smoking in there. We ended up meeting up with like Usman and David Vieira.
Yeah.
I remember everyone smoking in there, and my eyes were burning. I had to like step out. Um, yeah, I mean that's the best place. That's everything I remember from it. It was not a really clean place. Very grimy. Very. It was a very disturbing atmosphere. Like for my first time, I guess. I'd love to revisit. So yeah.
Nice.
Diego, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah, hang on. I was just trying to fix something.
Oh,
But
okay, sorry.
yeah, it takes me forever to unmute because I have to unmute twice. But yeah, I mean for Trackside, the eyes that you're talking about, John, it's like the big barn thing that's next to the train tracks. Like as soon as we pull up, like do you remember when we went and you drove in the car and then we parked up and
Oh,
then you turn around
yeah,
and you see it just the I don't know like the
yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
graffiti wall and like
Like
it's fucking scary.
I know where you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I don't remember the eye specifically. But I do know the entire thing is just
yeah,
like full of art. I
yeah,
mean, it's just
yeah,
I'm never gonna forget those eyes. It felt sinister, like honestly.
yeah, yeah. It's very good descriptive words that you use, Justin. Nice. But
What was worse was after the show, because we didn't end up staying for the other bands. We only saw Scream for Morphine,
yeah.
Usman, David, and I, because we were just afraid the Metro we were gonna be late for it. The worst part, Trackside wasn't even scary. Like I mean, it made you feel uneasy. The worst part was going back to the Metro because it's in a very ghetto spot late at night,
Oh
and
yeah,
we're teenage boys running, trying to make our way. Like I'm pretty sure we sped walked our way. That was even more uncomfortable.
yeah.
Not a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, I remember the last time I played a show there was last March, and I had to walk to the metro on my own at like fucking 1 in the
oh,
morning to get
creepy.
like yeah, dude, it was fucking horrible.
It's not a
I know
nice neighborhood already.
ice everywhere is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's not a nice place to be in. Uh, I have a stupid story. The first time I performed there, I remember Shay booked all the shows. I remember he booked that show. I was trying to find it like online, and I couldn't. Like,
Who
but
who were the bands?
so the bands that were performing with us, it was us, Bat Salt Zombies,
Oh yes,
and
yes.
another band. I forget who. It was
Big, big vein.
yeah, Big Vein. That's right. It was Anthony. What's his face? The last name, Farina, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's his band, right? So yeah, so though they were on the bill. What the fuck? They were on the bill, but fucking voice crack. Anyways, so I was trying to find the place online and I couldn't. I was like, where the hell is this place? If you try to Google it, you won't find it. It's like this
You
place
get
doesn't
zero
exist.
results.
You get zero results. You can
You
only,
might act. You might actually get the Facebook page for it, and that's about
and
it.
that's about it, right? And the Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken, is private, and you can only, it's an invite only. You basically to go to this show, you have to know somebody that's already there. That's the only way you're getting in to this show or finding out where the hell this place even is. So, whatever.
Is there something specific you have to contact to get into there?
No.
No,
No.
no, no. I just remember,
No.
like,
Okay.
Shay books the show and he sends us the address. He's like, okay, this is the place. I was like, okay, copy paste into Google. Then Google, you go into Google Street View. All you see is those eyes that you were talking about, Justin. That's the front page on Google Maps in the Street View. It's
Are
just
you serious?
yeah, it's just those fucking eyes. And you go, oh my god. So I look at this and I'm going, where the fuck are we going? And then I figure it out. And all right, I talked to Shay. I was like, where the hell, like, what the hell is this place? He goes, no, no, we perform here all the time. It's cool. Yeah, just come. It'll be fine. I'm like, all right, I trust you. So, get to this place. Me and John, we pull up. I pick him up in the car, and we drive. We go there, and we get there. It's like super early, before the show. I would say it's a good hour or hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Anyways, the point is there's sunlight outside. So we get there and it's super early. I pull into the place. Where the fuck are we, man? We're like next to some train tracks. There's houses
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, you know what it looks like by now.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
thought you guys were pulling me to a snuff film ring. I'm gonna be dead honest.
yeah, like it looks fucking sketch, bro. Like it looks like you're in a movie and you're about to get freaking mobbed, raped, kidnapped, whatever. Like it just
I'm
it
gonna
does.
wake up. I'm gonna wake up in a tub with my kidneys missing. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So so me and John were like, okay, we're just gonna stay in the car and we're just gonna play some Scopa.
Oh, yeah,
the most Italian game
the
ever.
the Italian card game. So we're playing cards, waiting for everybody else to show up. And finally, everybody else shows up. Okay, let's go stand with them. And you know how it is when you're outside a bar. You get into that circle, and then everybody's talking to each other. So we're in the talking circle. Everybody's talking. My phone's on silent. Yeah, yeah. And the next thing you know, I see my ex finally show up. And she go, "Oh my god, hey, you finally made it. That's good." She's like, "Check your fucking phone." What?
Wait, at Traxide.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, "Check your fucking phone."
Oh,
I,
this story's crazy, dude.
so
No,
I
but
feel
like,
bad for her.
no, but like, you were dating at the time, no?
yeah, so she's my ex. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's how it works, John.
Oh, that's how it
This
I
is
didn't
how
know.
relationships
Anyways,
work.
but
I didn't know.
no, no, I'm
This
fucking
story
with
that
you.
he's about to say, I genuinely feel bad for her, like in
Yeah,
the position.
yeah. Like this is all on me. Like I've completely fucked up. So, so my phone's always on silent, right? Because nobody ever fucking calls except for maybe my ex who might call. So because this place is so obscure and nobody knows where the hell it is, how do you think she got there, right? So I gave her the address. I was like, okay, here's the place. I don't know where the heck. Just call me when you get there, right? On me. Call me when you get there, right? Yeah, maybe your phone should be on ring. Yeah, instead of on silent. Yeah, clearly not thinking. Nice one. So she gets there. She's lost, obviously, and she opens a random door. She's like, "Oh, is this Traxide?" And then when she opens the door and asks the three guys that are standing there, and there's this table with drugs everywhere on it, and she asks these three guys, "Is this Traxide?" The three guys look at her. First, they offer her drugs, obviously. Then, then she's like, "No, I just want to know where the hell the venue is." And then, luckily, one of the guys that were there was nice enough to walk her towards where the place was. And then, as he's walking her towards, she sees me, and she goes, "Okay, thank you," and then walks away. Goes to me. Check your fucking phone. I check my phone. 20 missed calls.
20.
No, I'm exaggerating the number, but it was in the double digits for sure. But it was yeah, it was not pretty.
Who's to say, like, you know, those guys, like, she had no clue, like, maybe those guys were gonna rough her up. Like, she's very lucky that they were kind to her.
Yeah, I'm just grateful that, you know, we live in Canada and everybody's like kind to each other.
What's that about, eh?
At a boot, eh? Hey, you need to go to the place. Hey, don't worry, I just gotta do my drugs. What were you saying, John?
Nah, I wasn't saying anything important.
I actually have a funny story for John.
What?
And I want to apologize beforehand because I feel like I fucked you guys over. But
oh yeah.
So at the time, if you know what, like maybe on because we're posting this like afterwards, we can see if we can find like an old picture of me when we were at Traxide.
Okay. Yeah.
I had shaved head. I had a shaved head, and I was carrying some of your equipment, and and you know, I looked a little bit like Marco. So the people, and there was a $5 admission fee.
Yeah.
And they thought that I was Marco, so they let me in for free.
Oh, that's okay.
No, but I just like fuck. I want to support this band.
Oh, dude, it's fine. No, man.
Then I was talking to this drunk guy. He's like, "Are you the singer?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, we'll get the fuck out," and then he laughed.
That's no worries, man.
I looked at the at like the exact date that
It was like March 3rd or some shit.
March 2nd on a Friday. That was a pretty good Friday, man.
It was. I had like a lot of fun that day.
I'm gonna read some of the like the two other bands I played. Tell me, do you recognize any of them? Just need to pull it up real quick. March 2nd. Wow, that was 2018. That feels like it was eons ago.
Oh my god, it's 3 years, man.
Okay, so one of the bands was called The Resistance, and the other one was, and I've seen this band name before, Apotoloa. What a fucking mouthful of a name. Jesus.
The only time I've ever heard or seen those bands was at the show.
Okay. The Apostoloa,
Oh, yeah.
They've actually played. I don't know if you know the hardcore punk band Dayglow Abortions.
Yeah.
They played at Fofone Electric and Apostoloa. Oh fuck! I'm gonna butcher it. Fuck it. They actually opened for Dayglow Abortions, which
nice.
If I was in that band, I would feel pretty honored to even be wanted to play for them.
Yeah, man.
What was it? Oh, sorry.
What? No, go.
My question was, the first time you went to Traxide, what was the feeling? What was it like for you?
It was cool. It was an open mic, and it was fun. We only had like 5 songs, I think, and we just played the 5 songs, and then like we hung out a bit, and that's it. I mean, like, Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I think this might be the wrong show, but I think March 2nd I remember falling asleep and waking up at 6 o'clock to go to school the next morning. I'm
Was
pretty sure.
was this on the show that I'm talking about?
Oh no, sorry, it couldn't have been because it was on a
It was on a
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Never mind. But there
What
were a
show
few
was
shows,
this then?
dude. That year, there were a few shows where like I don't even fucking know, man. Like I would play a show and I'd be up late, and then I'd wake up and have to go to school.
You were living that mook life right there, man.
It was fucking horrible, but it was very fun.
You're gonna have like some interesting stories for your kids, man. Especially when it comes to band stuff and music.
Wow, yeah, I never really thought of that. That's fucking.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
So, Diego, you've come into contact with one of the bands that you played with. Like you actually spoke to one of the guys. You want to say that story?
Yeah, I'll say that story. So, this story goes back to, alright, how the hell do you find this place? So, I'm gonna go back even further. So, this story starts at waiting for the, what the fuck, again with the voice crack. Waiting for the line in, but, wow, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna breathe. Okay, this story starts with waiting for the bus. Alright? So, every day, not every day, but every like 2 or 3 days out of the week, I'd finish early from school and whatever, I take the bus to go home. And then as you're waiting for the bus in the line, it's only me and one other dude. That's it, nobody else, just me and this guy. This guy, he's got a nice mustache, a bit of a beard, and he's pretty distinct. He's pretty recognizable. This guy. So.
And that guy was Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. It was Sammy Hagar.
That guy was Jimi Hendrix.
It was Sammy Hagar. All right.
That guy.
Yeah,
Sammy Hagar.
And that guy was James
Jimmy
Hetfield.
Hagar.
Sammy Hagar's cousin.
What an ugly name.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah, so me and Sammy. Okay.
That guy was the samurai guitarist. Okay, but
you should name this one "How I Met Sammy Hagar."
No, I'm gonna name it up. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking name it that. We're gonna do origins and how I met Sammy Hagar.
Traxide, Sammy Hagar.
No, I met Sammy Hagar at fucking Traxide.
Yeah, I'm sure he would waste his time at a fucking shitty DIY warehouse.
Oh my god, it's fucking great. I need to write it down so I don't forget. Okay, wait. Okay, write it down.
We have to fucking title it that.
Yeah. Okay, so
How I met Sammy Hagar.
So Sammy Hagar and I never spoke on the bus. We'd always, because that's what today's society is. You go on the bus, you listen to your music, and you get the fuck out and you go where the fuck you're going. And that's it, right? So, every Tuesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, take the bus. It'll always be just me and this guy. So, fast forward, performing at Traxide, get into the building, get into the place, I'm setting up, and guess who walks in? Sammy Hagar. So when we both saw each other, we instantly we just smiled. I was just like, "Yo, like you're the guy, you're the bus dude, what's up?" Yeah, and this guy's name is not Sammy Hagar. It's actually his name is Sean, and he's one of.
Oh really? He wasn't Sammy Hagar?
Oh shit!
No,
what the fuck? Imposter? Among Us?
Bro, go back to fucking Spam Halen.
Anyways, so he was in a band called the Bat Salt Zombies, where we mentioned before. So we were performing with him and Big Vane. But yeah, so it was a pretty fun experience. I mean, we just saw each other, we started talking for the first time finally. But it just goes to show, man, fate is fucking crazy. And like out of all the places to actually meet this guy again, other than the bus station, like why Traxide? What the hell? Like Traxide is such an obscure, uh, incoherent place that like nobody knows of, and you only go there to perform with your friends, and that's it, you know. And finally, this guy shows up, and then we just see each other, and we're like, "Hey, I know where you're from. I know where you're from." But yeah, and then when we took the bus again, we actually spoke, so it was nice.
What was the first interaction like after the show?
It was on the bus again. It was on the
With that
bus
guy?
again.
Yeah.
And actually, we actually spoke, and we're like, "Oh, yo, trackside dude, bus dude, what's up?" But yeah.
He was a
Anyways,
nice guy.
yeah, he's very nice, very very nice. I haven't taken the bus in like a year, but I'm sure when the public transit, when I do decide to take it again, and when shit goes back to normal, I'm sure I'll see him again.
Uh, John, have you actually met? This is like kind of to branch off like what he was talking about. Have you any of the bands that you guys have played with? Have you met them like outside of Trackside?
Sometimes like I speak. I mean, not really in person, not a lot, but like sometimes I've messaged the bands after a show, like on Instagram or Facebook, but not in person, not really.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
not sure. I have to think about it, but they're not that I could remember right now. Like I can't really think of anything.
feel like Montreal local bands, like the community is very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a lot of bands, right? And
Yeah, for sure.
like I'm friends with people that are in another band, but like I haven't really had a show with them or this or that. But yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention something. I know that like every time we took the bus, we always got off at the last stop together. So it would just be me and him for the whole bus ride, and then we get off at the last stop together, and then we go our separate ways after that. So I don't
That's
know if that.
actually really nice.
Yeah,
That's
it-
really nice.
Love will find you.
Some
Trackside and the bus station.
It's fucking funny. Anyways, trackside. Okay, I can't fucking sing, but
Stick to your day job.
yeah. But you know who can sing? Not Sean, the singer of the Bath Salt Zombie Band, which we're gonna listen to right now.
No, now he's a guitar player. That guy's a real fucking guitar player.
Yeah, Julian. What's his name? Julian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking. That guy can fucking shred, man. And
He is
so can you,
top-notch,
John.
yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
No, but I mean, he's like fucking legendary.
John, you're basically Mike. Well, what's this fucking name from Dream Theater? Mike Portnoy.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, okay, I'm a fucking. Mike,
Oh, sorry, you're
I can't
Buckethead.
even fucking read. I can't like read music. I can't even fucking read.
Who cares?
Fine, then you're Buckethead.
Buckethead can't read music, can he?
Well, he has a bucket on his head.
So he can't read his music because his bucket's on his head.
Yeah, that answers our question.
There we go. All right.
Alright, well, what song by Bath Salts are you playing?
Hang on, I need to fucking find the tab. There it is. Okay. Where this is? We're gonna play a song called Monster. There it is.
Ooh, that one's my favorite.
Yeah, from Bath Salt Zombies. All right.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Polaris! Let me
god, this is taking so long. Hang on.
Polaris!
There we go. Polaris!
I don't even hear Polaris. I hear, God, this is taking so long.
We need a fucking, like, I don't know, like one button I can push. But there's so many buttons to push. Anyways, but that was Monster from Bat Salt Zombies. Sick song. Go check it out. They have another song as well called something running. Been running, I think. Anyways, but it's also good. So listen. Okay, next topic. Let's get it. Ballsack.
Also, one detail I want to add. Well, one of my favorite parts about Traxide was while you guys were performing, there was a drunk guy passed out, and there was a little dog running around.
Oh right, we forgot to mention that the stupid dog.
Cute little dog. I love him.
Oh my god, that dog scared the shit out of me.
What?
Yeah, bro, he was freaking rough. He was an aggressive dog. Like he had like if he didn't have that rope or whatever that he had, he would freaking go around running, try to find something to bite. Like I remember, I think it was the drummer from Big Vein or somebody, one of the drummers that were also performing. The dog took one of their drumsticks, and he fucking yeah, and he was fucking like chewing on it and shit. And then the guy walks out. He's like, okay, I guess I'm not using those drumsticks anymore.
Was it not like a small golden retriever?
No, it was freaking ginormous, that dog.
What? Okay, well
Yeah.
my memory's a little hazy. I
Yeah,
just
it
know
was
there was
like-
a dog and I loved it.
Yeah, it was like up to my waist about. Yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty
shit.
tall. Yeah, it was pretty tall. I don't know. Maybe when you went, it was a baby, but when I went, it was a nice big police dog.
I don't know. It was a cutie. I just love dogs.
Yeah. Yes, dogs. But yeah. Anyways, now I guess we can close out the podcast with a nice topic of why aren't we still in the band? What happened to Scream For Morphine? Where are we now? So let's.
VH1 behind the music. Where are they
30
now?
years later.
Where are they now? It's fucking what's it before they were famous? Where are they now?
John now works at a steel mill.
I have a farm,
Yeah.
Sell hemp.
like raising cows.
Yeah. But what's cool about I guess the ending of this is that I remember feeling like the band was about to end, and I remember John telling me this story. I don't know if you want to take over, John, because do you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
dream that you had?
I don't-
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I had a dream, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember I wrote it down because it it
Shocked you.
like
Yeah.
felt something. Yeah, it felt very strange that the group ended. So I was like, holy shit, this is weird. And I think a day later, I get a phone call from you saying that like you're not like really invested in the group, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And then I was like, that's weird because I had a dream that the group was gonna end too, and then like I really thought about it, and then I was like, yeah, I like maybe I should take it as a sign, you know. And
I was gonna ask, do you think it was a good idea that you guys ended as a band?
I mean, it's ended, but like the version that we were in, yeah, it ended.
Yeah.
For my guitar playing, really, I wanted to get a lot better. I didn't really like what I was doing, the group, and I kind of I was like discovering like so many uh I don't know how to really explain it, but like I knew for the instrument that I play, like my heart was telling me like I don't want to play this kind of stuff too.
Was there a limiting what was the limiting force that made you feel like it wasn't allowing you to progress as much as you wanted?
I don't know. I was just because I wanted like for a guitar vibe, like I wasn't really into like I didn't really want to be in like a heavy ass band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really know. I found I don't really know actually. Like I just
Judging from a lot of the music you listen to, it's a lot of jazz fusion, a lot of rock, and it's a lot of experimentation. You
yeah,
guys, from what I remember, you guys were kind of like a bit of a sludge band, and there's there's
yeah,
not a whole bunch of sludge band. The only sludge band I could really think that puts like a lot of experimentation is maybe like Inter Arma. Other than that, a lot of those type of bands just really play on the nihilistic, slow, heavy riffing.
yeah. And I think after a while, I kind of just wanted to do another thing, and it took me like a year or like a year and a half before I kind of discovered what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm kind
there
of
you
like the
go.
same way. Like, it wasn't like there was a lot of like definitely creative stuff that wasn't really working out. And it's not that like I didn't want to continue the band. Like, I did want to continue. It was just there was like our personalities, our working personalities, the way we worked together, it didn't really mesh that well. And there was a lot of personal issues that we were all going through. Like, we each had our own problems that we were solving, and then it wasn't just working. So we kind of like put the band on hold, I guess, from what, like, when we exit out of that conversation, when we exited the rehearsal room for the last time. That was kind of the vibe. The vibe was like, okay, it's on hold for now, and if we want to come back, then we'll come back and do it. Who knows? Maybe 5 years from now, 2, 3 years from now, whatever, we can have a reunion, and like it'll
Yeah, I
be
mean,
kind of
I'd
cool.
like to do a show like that
Yeah,
eventually, like where we come back, but like it's very far fetched. But it's just because, like, yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, with everybody's schedules and stuff, and it's a far fetched idea, but I'd still be open to it. Like, I'm super down to get back into
yeah,
it, and whatever, and just play, man. Cause like when we're on stage, like, you're not thinking about the creative process and stuff. You're just playing, right? And
yeah.
I've
But like, we didn't really like we didn't argue when we were writing songs. It was just like these two riffs work together. Okay, now let's just keep looping them until they, until it gels. Okay, and it's like, and then one guy has a riff for the next section. Okay, then let's
yeah,
put that together. Right?
yeah.
Like
It was just more personal stuff, I guess, that was getting involved in the band. That was like that didn't really belong there. So there's no bad blood between us. We're still very good friends. Like, we're still not very good friends. Like, I haven't spoken to Shay or Marco in a while, but I know if I would reach out to them, like,
yeah,
it'd still be like nothing happened. Like, it'd still be
yeah.
good,
Like
you know?
I speak to them a few times every week, and like it's all good. I mean,
Yeah, like there's no bad blood. We're all still very supportive to each other. Like, I'll give you an example. After the band disbanded, Shay was still working underneath the Scream For Morphine name, and he was doing solo acts. And we all still went to support him. We all went out to the show. We're all like, all right, you got this. And
yeah,
we still went to this show. It's not like nothing bad happened. Like, everything's still good. And it's just that we just didn't want to do it at that time. So
I I feel like that's the best way for anything, whether it's like a relationship or friendship
yeah,
or in this case like a band. You always want it to be like it's never like a happy thing,
yeah.
but you
No,
always want it. You always want the damage to be low, and I feel like that's the best way is just to get off on good terms. That's how I always just try to view life like that. Is like let's just cause the least amount of
yeah,
pain.
yeah. It's like a hard thing. Like I felt really bad for a long time, but it's like, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
What did you find? How did you find Shay's turn on the band? Because I know, from what I remember, it was kind of like drone-ish,
Yeah,
and it was spoken word.
yeah,
yeah. It was like
Well,
slam poetry metal. The way
yeah,
I'd put it. It sounded, it was like really unique. He had like some massive balls to go up there on his own
yeah,
and perform. And he was playing guitar. He's a bassist, and then he was like playing guitar up there, just chugging on some riffs and just having a good time, man. And we were all there, like, just supporting him, and it was a cool vibe. It was different than going to see a live band. Like I love going to those shows, man. Like it's pretty cool.
It's personally not like my cup of tea, but I give him major props because it's already hard enough going on stage and everyone watching you, and you want everything to go smooth. But
Yeah.
it's not like you can rely on like, okay, I got him to back me up. It's just you. Giving presentations in school is one thing, but this I feel is like a next level. And
Oh yeah.
also, just to try like a new stylistic turn. I don't know many bands that do stuff like that. I don't think I know any that do stuff like that. So that creativity, I gave a major salute to.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
What is Tristan doing now? Actually, is he in a band?
John.
Oh.
Wait. What? Sorry.
Well, is Tristan in a band now, or what is he up to? What are all the other guys up to? Like, what's Shay and
He's in
Tristan
a
like?
hardcore band. Yeah. Um, Shay's doing his thing, and Marco's not really doing much. I mean, he like moved like an hour away. He's at his mom's place, and that's it, really.
You don't know if he's in a band
Not
or.
really much. No, 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 no. He's
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Cool.
Like I've asked him if like he's gonna do a band, and he said like right now in his headspace and stuff, like he doesn't really want to.
So just when he's feeling when he's feeling better, maybe he'll be up for it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the thing about music too, is that it's there's some people that you kind of use as like each riff is a building block and you build up from there, but a big part of it is mood and emotions, and if you're not in the right headspace, you don't want to create something that you're going to end up regretting or that you don't want to do because
well, yeah, like
you're not in the right space to do it. It's
it
kind
has
of
to
like
feel
a flower,
good, man.
it blooms.
It's a waste of time. It has to feel good. It can't just you can't feel like you're forced. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the worst.
I don't know. There's no good music that's just forced. It flows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually like this was a good episode.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I still freak out. Like I remember like calling you, John, and be like, "Yo, I feel like the band's about to end," and you're like, "Yo, I had a fucking dream about this yesterday."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean you had a dream?" He's like, "Yo, look, I fucking wrote it down." And then you see like
Yeah.
the timestamp of when he wrote it down, and I'm just like, "Oh shit, this is fucking happening."
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts.
But like I waited it out to see how it felt, you know. I was like
Yeah.
I don't know, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this with guitar. I mean, no.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I feel like that's the episode, guys. Is there any final thoughts that you guys have?
I don't know. I'll let John go first.
Final thoughts? I don't know. I'm excited for next week to do
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
Same.
it's
I
gonna be
did this
sick.
in this COVID world. This podcast honestly just gives me motivation to make it through the week. Honestly.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, same man. Same.
Yeah. At least it's something for us to do. Like even if nobody watches, who cares? Like I feel like just talking about shit, like it's like we do this for fun, man. Like it's cool that at least we get to talk, cuz like we don't get to talk that often. Guys, I feel like
Yeah.
this will give us the opportunity to like check in on each other, see what we're doing, see what's up, talk about some cool stuff,
Yeah.
and yeah, just
That's
vibe
it.
out, listen to some
This
nice
feel,
jams.
it feels like the digital version of like hanging out the boys and cracking a cold one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like, cracking a water bottle on the Discord.
On the Discord, the water bottle.
Thank you to any of our viewers that are listening. I hope that you're entertained, that you learned a piece of underground Montreal, and we wish you guys a sweet dreams and good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to be nice. Fuck off.
Sweet dreams and good night.
Everyone, man.
I love how like we come onto this podcast. We're gonna talk about Traxide and fucking drugs and metal and shit, and then at the end we're like,
everyone.
sweet dreams and good night.
Yo, man. Welcome to this podcast. You're gonna get fucked up. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Sweet dreams and good night. Cuddle your little pony pillow.
Sweet dreams. Welcome to hell, bitches.
All right, everyone.
To anyone listening to the near future, thank you so much, and we hope you stay safe and keep on rocking the free world.
All right, let's pick an outro song. All right, pick a number between 1 and 43.
You go.
Oh,
you.
I sound like an owl saying that. I'm gonna say number
60.
60 in this. I'm gonna say number 40.
40. All right,
Yeah,
we
what
got.
song would that be?
We got Armageddon Befalls the Uma.
Oh, by Solder. That's a good one from Canada too.
All right. Peace out. This has been fun.
Peace
See you
out,
next
guys.
week.
See you next week. I'm excited. Take care.
Take care.
Sweet
Sweet dreams and good night.
Okay, fuck off.
Polaris!